guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're tuning into my channel for the first time, hi, my name is Ria and I make content on beauty, fashion and lifestyle. Do take a moment and subscribe to my channel. With that, let's begin today's video. So I've not really done many videos in the last 2 months apart from just travel vlogs and Ganpati vlog, but I did buy some skincare, hair care and makeup products in the last few months which I've not shown to you guys. So today I'm going to do just that, and additionally, since it has been a few months I've been using these products, I'm going to give you a review of those as well. Now there are some new products that I have not tried, but the ones that I have tried I'm definitely going to give my opinion about them. So let's start with hair care first. Now about hair care, I have been losing a lot of hair. Like I'm having rampant hair fall, which is why I have been looking for products that would help dealing with that, and that is when I came across this product, which is Sebamed Hair Care Anti-Hair Loss Shampoo. It says it has a pH 5.5 and I've already used it for over a month now and it has done absolutely nothing for my hair fall. Rather, I feel like my hair fall has increased. Now I don't know whether this shampoo is the reason behind it, but I don't really think this itself is a reason for my hair fall. I don't know what exactly is the reason for my rampant hair fall, but हाँ, अगर ऐसा ही चलता रहा तो मैं बहुत जल्दी गंजी चुड़ैल बन जाऊंगी. Just yesterday I was discussing with my best friend that how I'm on my way to become a ganji churel, and she said it's the same with her. I don't know what is up with our generation. We are facing so much of hair loss, and trust me guys when I tell you, my hair did not look like this before. इतना thinning हो गया है, hair fall तो मतलब क्या ही बताऊं. But anyway, I'm digressing now. Let's come back to this product. About this shampoo, I've seen a lot of reviews about it on Nykaa and mostly positive reviews, which is why I got tempted to buy this, because a lot of people mentioned that it has actually helped them with hair loss, but it did absolutely nothing for me. This shampoo claims to be clinically tested and it has a pH 5.5 and is formulated with caffeine and ginkgo biloba, and it claims to be suitable for all kind of hair types. Now I've already said it did not help with any kind of hair loss for me personally, but it also did not lather well on my scalp. I don't know why. I used quite a bit of the quantity of the shampoo to use on my scalp and hair, but it did not really lather well, so definitely no for me. I'm not going to go ahead and repurchase this again. This is a 200 ml bottle and it's priced at 675. You get some discount on Nykaa, but I feel the price point is quite steep for the kind of quality and quantity you're getting. So this time I got myself a new conditioner as well, and this is the Matrix Opticare Smooth Straight Professional Conditioner. It's formulated with shea butter and it's for ultra smooth hair, and it says this keeps your hair straight up to 72 washes. Now I can't really say that it keeps my hair straight up to 72 washes because my hair naturally falls into the straight wavy category, but it does make your hair really smooth. I have liked using this conditioner. It does make your hair quite silky, quite smooth. So yeah, that's a plus, and I don't mind using this product at all, and probably in the future I am going to repurchase this. Next up is skincare, and for skincare I don't really have much, just 2 or 3 products to show you. Starting off with a new moisturizer. I have been using the Face Shop Rice Ceramide Moisturizer for years and I really like the consistency of it, but I wanted to experiment with a few other moisturizers as well, which is why I tried the Rakeel one recently. I will do a review of all the moisturizers I've used so far sometime later, but for now I bought another one, which is the Minimalist Marula Oil 5% Moisturizer with hyaluronic acid plus vitamin F plus vitamin E. It's for nourishment and hydration. It's for dry to normal skin. That is my skin type. My skin type is mostly dry, but it can lead to combination as well depending on the weather and the climate that I am in. But mostly I look for deep hydration from my moisturizers because I tend to get dry patches around my mouth area or my forehead. I'm yet to try this one, so I can't really say what my opinion is, but I'm quite excited to try it. Minimalist as a brand I really like. I like their products and I can't wait to try this one. Now the next product is something that I really enjoyed so much that this is actually my second bottle in the last 2.5 months. It's the Vaseline Glutathione Flawless Glow Serum in Lotion. I mean, what an amazing product. Can't stop using this. Now, I use this as a body lotion all over my body after taking a shower, but I know people use it as a moisturizer on their face as well. A friend of mine uses it as a moisturizer for her face and she absolutely loves it, even though I have not tried doing that because I do like to stick to my regular skincare routine. But this one is a great body lotion. Like, this is my second bottle in 2 months, so yeah, that explains it all. So this is a serum infused lotion and the formula of this is very lightweight and it just blends into your skin very seamlessly. I believe there are a couple of variants in this. Initially there were two, the pink one and this gold one. I think they have recently launched a new variant which is marketed as a nighttime lotion. I went for this one because this is infused with retinol, and the best part about this particular lotion is its price point. It just retails for 325 for a 200 ml tube and you will always get it at a discount. I remember buying the first bottle at 220 or 225 from Amazon, and whatever price you get it at, this is absolutely a steal deal. Out of all the products that I show you today, this one is the most recommended. I generally tend to stay away from saying that this is a must buy or you should definitely try it, but this is one product that I would say you should go for it because it is worth it. It is quite moisturizing for your skin and the price point is just... Now the next skincare product that I have, rather it's more of a body care and it's another body lotion actually, and it's from the Bath & Body Works. If you're already subscribed to my channel, you would probably know my love for Bath & Body Works. If not, I am a sucker for Bath & Body Works. Whenever they're running a sale, I itch towards buying a new product every time. So this I think I bought back in July or August, I don't exactly remember, and this is the Ultimate Hydration Body Cream in the variant Pink Suede. I have been eyeing this fragrance throughout this year and I finally got myself this one, but for some reason they did not have the fragrance mist in this variant. They only had the body shower and this one. I really like the formulation of Bath & Body's body creams. They are quite thick, so they help you in moisturizing your skin really well. The notes of this one are cotton flower, peony and red berries. It's a really pretty pink packaging and it smells heavenly and it feels heavenly, so yeah. So now let's jump on to makeup. When Nykaa was running some of its big sale in July, I got a couple of products. They had 1+1 on e.l.f. Cosmetics, so I bought these two products from e.l.f. The first one being their brow gel. I used to have this but I ran out of it, so I wanted to restock. This is a great product. I've done my brows today with this one. It's their e.l.f. Wow Brow Tinted Gel in the shade Neutral Brown. This is a great product to have and it's literally so easy to use. It's this small. You can just brush your eyebrows with this and it does leave a subtle tint. It's pretty easy to use, so definitely recommended for beginners. Much better than an eyebrow pencil, which if you're a beginner you need to learn to get a hang of it. This one works for everybody and it's pretty easy to use on the go. This is how it looks like and you just brush your eyebrows with it and it leaves a slight tint and also make your eyebrows look great. The next product that I got from e.l.f. in buy one get one is the Intense Ink eyeliner in the shade Blackest Black. I thought it would be quite convenient to have a eyeliner pencil, but it did not really work for me as much, though I've only used it once, so I can't really say for sure. But yeah, the first impression of it for me was not really great. Let me just give you a swatch. This is how the actual tube looks like. Now, I'm not the biggest on eyeliners in general. I used to be at one point of time, but not anymore. I generally tend to keep my eyes just as it is when I'm going out. I just do my mascara, that's it. But I still wanted to have this for my videos and in general if I wanted to do a quick wing. I have to test it out a couple of times more to actually give my honest opinion about it, but for now I just feel this is an okay product. Let me just show you the pigment of this. I don't really mind the pigment. It's quite nice and black like I wanted it to be. This is the kind of black that you would get. It is quite black. I don't mind the pigment, like I said, it's quite nice, but I do really need to get the hang of how to use it actually. Speaking of eye products, I got myself a new brush. Now, I don't really own a set of professional brushes apart from a concealer brush from PAC, which I really like. But yeah, I slowly want to build up my brush kit. This is the PAC eyeshadow blending brush. I bought it offline. The mentioned MRP here is 735, but I bought it for much less. I have not used it as of yet. The bristles feel nice and soft yet quite dense, and it's a PAC product at the end of the day, and I'm hoping this will be great. It's the PAC 397 eyeshadow blending brush. So another eye product that I have is something that I've never tried before. I'm yet to try it. This is a new product for me and I've not tested it out as of yet, but I've seen so many reels on this on Instagram, and it's the Swiss Beauty holographic eyeliner with the multichrome effect. It's the shade 04 Nebula and it's a really pretty shade, I have to say. The packaging too is also quite cute with multichrome effect on it as well. So let me just give you a quick peek of the shade that I've gotten. Just look at the packaging. It's really cute. This is how the actual product looks like. Let's just try out the shade now. Okay, so the moment I tried to draw a line on my hand, it broke. So it's quite soft, you got to be careful with it. Now I've wasted some of the product, let me just handle that first. But it's really pretty. Can you see the monochromatic effect? I've got to do a look with this one. So the battery died, but I'm back. Next up, I have something from one of my favorite Indian brands at the moment. It's the Prush Beauty Microfiber Velvet Sponge. I have been using the PAC sponge before this, and I've used it so much that it kind of have dents on it right now. So I wanted to invest in a new sponge, and the Prush Beauty one seems quite promising to me. This one supposedly blows up and gets bigger when you dip it into water. I'm yet to try this one out, so I can't really comment on how it works, but I'm guessing it will work well from the reviews I have seen online. And Prush Beauty in general as a brand does not really disappoint. It has not disappointed me so far. Now I'm just taking out the sponge to feel it for the first time, and my god, first of all, look at how cute this is. It's like a tiny little marble egg and it's really cute and it's really soft. It's so soft. Can't wait to try this one out and maybe review it sometime later. So next up, I have a blush palette rather, from a brand I've never heard of before. It's called Matte Look and it says Blush My Mood. So it's a palette definitely. And this is the 02 Beautiful Inside Out palette. They have a couple of variants in this palette and they looked quite tempting to me, especially because of its price point. It was priced at somewhere around 300-350. So I thought, why not test it out? It says it's enriched with vitamin E. It leaves with a long-lasting glow. It's beautifully pigmented, comes with a silky matte finish, has natural looking colors and is buildable and blendable. Now I have to check for myself about its pigment, the blendability and all of that, but this is how the blush looks actually. Let me just open it for you guys and so that you can see the color palette. So I feel it's a nice mix of pinky, peachy, corally shades with one brown shade that I can see. I'm not very sure of some of the lighter shades like this one right here and also this peachy corally shade. I have a sort of orangey blush today and I'm thinking of trying this one out right now for you guys to see and also so that I can see how this blush actually looks on the skin. Okay, I think the pigment is quite nice. I can definitely see some color payoff. I would love to use it when I don't have any other blush ons to understand better. But yeah, first impressions, it's quite nice actually. I can see the pigment coming off and I feel this is going to be blendable and buildable. And on second thoughts, I think the color looks really pretty on me. What do you guys think? If you guys are looking for an affordable blush palette, I think I would recommend this one because it does look nice. Okay, now I have a few lipsticks, 3 to be precise. 2 are from Swiss Beauty. Now Swiss Beauty makes really affordable makeup and I just wanted to try out a few shades from them. Since I only have one Swiss Beauty lipstick, their Bullet Matte lipsticks, which is a complete rip-off of Huda Beauty when it comes to its packaging. I quite like that shade, though it's a little drying. But anyway, I wanted to try these ones out. These are the crayon lipsticks and I've gotten 2 shades. Now I have worn one of the shades once. And before giving you my opinion, let me just say how inexpensive these I don't exactly remember the price because I bought it like 2 months back, but I think they were somewhere around 150, 200, can't exactly remember. Coming to the formulation of these two lip shades, not the biggest fan. Very, very, very drying. They are matte, they are super matte, but the moment you put them on and you just leave them on for a minute or two, it clings onto your lips and it's very drying. So for somebody like me with already dry lips, this does not really work. Even if I layer a thick lip balm underneath, I still feel like this is going to crease after a few hours. But the colors are really pretty, so if you are someone with not so dry lips like mine, you can probably try this out, or you can always wear a lip balm underneath and wear these. Personally, I don't think I'm going to repurchase the crayon lipsticks from Sis Beauty ever again, though I really like their bullet lipsticks. They are not as drying as these ones, but yeah, the colors are really nice, the pigments are great, and if you're looking for some inexpensive lip shades, you can definitely try these. So the first shade that I have is 16 Night Out. It's a very pretty fuchsia sort of a pink. So let me just give you a swatch of it. It's a really nice, pretty fuchsia shade. One more thing about the formulation, it is quite creamy. Like when you're applying it, it will feel really creamy, and only just one swipe will give you enough pigment. But like I said, it dries down really quickly and it clings onto your lips. And the next shade that I have is 17 Bear. So this is a really pretty new shade. Let me just give you a hand swatch of it. Just look at it. This is a nice corally brown sort of a nude everyday shade. If you're somewhere around my skin tone or lighter, this would look really great on you. And yeah, that's about it for these two lip crayons. Now up next is another Indian brand that I discovered on Instagram, and it's called Flossy Cosmetics, and they seem to have a lot of nice lip shades. So I got one of their lip shades which tempted me the most. It's a liquid lipstick and it's called In Therapy, and the shade that I bought is called Red Flag. I feel so happy to see so many local Indian brands making such great makeup products like Prush Beauty and Flossy Cosmetics right here. So this is the liquid lipstick. Look at the packaging. It's quite heavy duty. It comes in a glass bottle with this pink cap on top, and it has gotten Flossy Cosmetics written in between with a cute little heart on it. Now the shade that I got is called Red Flag, and it's this deep dark red burgundy sort of a shade which looks phenomenal on all kind of skin tones, and especially for night outs or for parties or for date nights even. This is such an amazing shade. It's that deep dark red which will suit every skin tone out there, and I've worn it a couple of times, and the formula of this is very velvety and very creamy. It's like applying mousse on your lips. It does take a while to dry down, but it feels really comfortable on your lips even after a few hours, and the color pigment is just amazing. The only thing about this lip shade is that it takes a while to dry down, and since this is a really dark deep shade, it can get everywhere, which actually happened to me the first time I tried it. My face got stained completely, and I really had a difficult time to manage the stain that I got, but I absolutely love this shade, and the formulation is also great. Just give it a little time for it to dry down and it will be good to go. Let me just give you a swatch of it. The applicator too is quite comfortable to use on your lips, and you can cover your whole lips with just a few swipes. Now for the shade swatch. Look at that. Look at how rich the color looks. It's just a phenomenal color, and to be honest, it might look a little lighter on screen, but in reality it's actually quite darker than this. It's a very sexy shade, to be honest. Okay, now we have almost come to the end of this video. I know this video has been quite long. I have been yapping for a while, but let's just end this quickly with 3 last products, and it's my favorite category, that is fragrance. Now for fragrance, I have 3 fragrance actually. One of them I just received today, this morning. The other 2 I bought a while back. The first one is from Victoria's Secret. This is my first ever Victoria's Secret. I did not own any Victoria's Secret product before this. I was at the mall when they were running a sale on selected body care ranges, and I picked this one up. It's called Peony Amber. This is a limited edition holiday collection or something, which means it's basically not from the regular collection. So notes of this one are peony flower, rich amber, and juicy blackcurrant. There were just about 7 or 8 different fragrances at sale, and I picked this one up. I don't know exactly why, because I'm not the biggest fan of this scent. I probably picked this one out because it mentions peonies. It's a very strong feminine scent, I have to say. A little too strong for my nose at times. Like when I spray it on my body, I feel that it's too strong for my nose, if you know what I mean. It's probably the blackcurrant in it which bothers me a little. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I don't mind it either. And the packaging is really, really pretty. The next fragrance mist that I have is called Balanites from Bath & Body Works. I bought this off sale sometime last month, and the notes of this one are plum, amber and tonka bean. I have come to realize I really enjoy vanilla forward scents, and this one has tonka bean in it. I smelled it a couple of times at the Bath & Body Works store, but decided not to buy it. But then eventually I gave in and bought it, and I absolutely love it. I loved it from the first sniff itself. I don't know what it is with Bath & Body Works and me. I just can't control myself when it comes to this brand. Anyway, this I feel is a nighttime fragrance. Definitely, it has got that creaminess to it and also a bit of muskiness from the amber notes in it. The plum note is quite heavy in it, which is kind of mellowed down by the tonka bean, which is probably why it smells so creamy. The lasting power of this is not really bad. It lasted for around 4 to 5 hours on me. It's not the best, I would have to say, because there are other mists from Bath & Body Works which last much longer than this one on me, and the packaging again is quite pretty like most other Bath & Body Works products. Now the last product for this video, but not the least, is the Bath & Body Works fragrance mist again in the variant Pink Suede. I just showed the body cream to you guys and also mentioned that the fragrance mist is not available anywhere, either at the store or online. But this time, just a couple of days back, Bath & Body Works was running another sale and they had this. So I just quickly went ahead and grabbed this one. I would love to pair these two together and try out. I've not even sprayed this one to see how it smells because it just came this morning. And again, the notes of this one are cotton flower, peony and red berries. This smell feels luxe. It has such a luxurious, classy vibe to it. Let me just spray it on my hand and see how the fragrance mist actually smells, because the body lotion does smell heavenly. Right off the bat, I can pick up the berries. And then it is kind of settling into this floral kind of a note. Wow. Okay, I love it. Of course, I have to give it some time for it to settle down so that it brings out all the notes properly. But at the first whiff, amazing. Like I said, I already love the body cream and I'm going to layer these two together and hoping that I smell divine. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you are looking for any of the links of the products that I've mentioned, you can find them in the description box below. If you liked watching this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That will really help me in growing and making more videos. I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, take care, keep smiling. Bye!